What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good, people? What's goody? So now, 4K, what's up, family? I wonder if y'all can get the likes to 100 before Blue starts up. Hey, that ain't gonna happen, 4K. Katie the Boxer, Malik Woody, what's up? SoCal's show, what's up? Southwest Dice, Terry Nelson II, Keith Tucker, Poe Porter, MD Mills, you're seeing 007, what's up, family? Brave Boxing Club, what's up, family? 4K, this is what I figured out. BP77, what's up? The people are hitting the like button. Guess what happened, 4K? They blocking the likes. Josh Smalls, what's good? Just like they blocking the comment section. So you're not seeing me in the comment section. The comments is not a lot of traction. Yesterday I did a video. Tavon Dupree, what's up, family? I did a video last night and they wouldn't even let me monetize it for like 3 hours. Erica Malbasius, peace and blessings to you, Queen. How you feeling today? Yeah, 4K. So it's not the people. Because I was wondering, I'm like, man, the people ain't hitting the like button. No, it's not the people. It's so they blocking the likes. Robert Williams, what's good? And the comment section is saying 11 comments, but really it was 80 comments. So it's reflecting what it actually is, and what it's reflecting is two different things, unfortunately. So they're blocking my channel. But it's all good. We're going to keep working. Smash the like button. Let's keep working, man. Yeah, they timing people out from my channel, 4K. I got so many people like, bro, why you block me? I send super chats every day. I'm like, huh? I didn't block you. And see, here's the thing, right? 4K, JD, what's good? Eugene Pearson, Anthony Bolton, what's good? Only I can block you, restrict you from the channel forever. Right? Only I could do that. And YouTube themselves. So guess what happened, 4K? I got 4 people right now that's sending me messages and they're like, bro, why you block me? I send you super chats all the time. I support the channel. I'm like, bro, I didn't block you. The Fly Guy Squad was good. Turns out it's YouTube blocking them and telling them that they don't like the comments that they sent them a warning for the comments that they made. And it's just really ridiculous, bro. It's really ridiculous. And it just happens to always be people that supports the channel, people that send super chat consistently. It happens to be these people that consistently, all of a sudden, YouTube has an issue with the way they speak. I wonder if everybody else. So I asked them, is everybody else going through the same issue? Is everybody else going through the same issue that I'm going through? It don't seem like it. Because I got 8 times the amount of subscribers a lot of people have, and I can't even get 150 people in here, man. That's crazy. All of a sudden. But whatever, man. On to this boxing talk. MJ Total Health and Wellness, what's up? Joey Dos Santos, what's up? Yeah, this is the games they playing. Roger Cherry, what's up, family? So according to a few sources in boxing, they're saying that Al Haymon doesn't want to go to the Dazn platform. And they're saying that Amazon is really not interested in investing big money in the PBC. Nightwing Kid 10, what's up? This is what I'm being told, right? And then, if I'm not mistaken, Dan Raphael reported this. Jay Gibson, what's up? That, the interest is not there like it was being reported initially. Texas, what's up? Now, I don't know how true this is or not, right? And then I'm also hearing that Showtime Boxing was actually not doing bad. That what happened was Paramount just decided to do away with that whole section of boxing, of sports, because they are planning to get rid of Showtime overall. Fat and Bankrupt, what's up, family? They're not interested in dealing in the sport of boxing overall at all whatsoever. But not only that, they have no interest in Showtime. They're going to get rid of the name Showtime. Showtime altogether will be gone, will not exist in a short period of time. So it had nothing to do with the format, the boxing format. And from what I'm told, is 50 people that was involved. T Buzz, what's good? Dominique Vincent, what's up, family? Uh, 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 Black King Sports was good. One round with George. Salute, family. I was with HBO. The corporate fools didn't support boxing. Same thing as Showtime. Yeah. So what I'm being told is that they doing away with Showtime altogether. There won't even be Showtime. Not Showtime movies. Not Showtime. Nothing. Black King Sports. What's up, Brian? What's up, family? Tank Davis is the next face of boxing. Lawrence Harris, meanwhile, my brother in the super chat, dropping that cinco on your boy Blue. Peace and blessings, Blue. Peace and blessings to you, King. How you feeling, great brother? Appreciate you. Nasaj, what's up, family? Your name is Jason. And they laughed at BLK Prime. Now look at it. BLK Prime, maybe their saving grace. Ring Rivals, my brother A-Side. What's up, family? Go subscribe to my brother Ring Rivals, my brother A-Side. Drop the link in the chat, great brother. So what I'm hearing is I only use Showtime for boxing. The movies there aren't much, so they're backwards. Yeah, so 4K, from what I'm hearing is they're getting rid of boxing. I mean, they're getting rid of Showtime. Sean, what's up, family? They're getting rid of Showtime overall. The name Showtime won't even be in existence anymore. So they just started off with with boxing. Them 12 big gates, what's up? They started off with just getting rid of boxing, but they're getting rid of Showtime overall. Quincy Carter, what's up, family? They're getting rid of Showtime overall. I need y'all to click on it. Oh, what happened right now? What the? Oh, come on, man. Click on that link right there. John Trell Pritchard, what's good? Michi TV, what's good? Yo, I love that movie, Troy. Elbow, what's up? Malik Black, what's good? I love that movie, Troy, bro. It's so much. It's so. I'm a huge. I watch that movie every day if I could, all day, every day. I watch Troy all day, every day. Literally. Shogun 76 was good. When all else fails, if it's raining, I'll be like, man, I need to watch Troy. If the sun is shining, I'm like, man, I feel like watching Troy. I watch the movie Troy all day, every day. I don't know why, man. And I watch it like I never seen it before. I literally watch it like I never even seen it before. So the thing is, Triple T podcast. What's up, family? So no, you did not. Jeff Sparks, what's up? No, A-Side did not say what is Troy about. No, you did not. No, he did not just say what is Troy about. No, he did not. Preacher Joe, what's up, family? A-Side did not just say what is Troy about. No, he didn't. No, he didn't. I know he didn't just say that. I know A-Side didn't just say what is Troy about. I know he didn't. Ain't no way he just said that. Ain't no way on this green earth that he just said that. No way. Ain't no way. No way. What did he say? You must be outside your mind. You must be outside your mind. Ain't no way. No way. Don't show my face. Don't show my face. No way. He just said, what is Troy about? What is Troy about? What is wrong with you? Terry Nelson II. What's up? What is wrong with you? Ain't no way. He just said, what is Troy? What is Troy? You don't know who Achilles is? AK Crowder, what's up, family? What? Hector! What? Stockball Hour was good. E313 was good. Hector! Christian Vargas, what's up, family? What'd he say? He told him, he said, aren't you afraid? That dude is 7 feet tall, 300 pounds. He said, that's why you'll never be remembered in history. Last name first was good. Samson's Tiger, what's up? Malik Woody, Jose Villanueva, what's up? He said, that's why you'll never be remembered in history. He said, aren't you afraid? They'll never remember your name. What'd he say in the end? When I died, tell him I walk with giants like Hector. Woo-wee! Around the world, what's up, family? When I died, tell him I walk this earth with giants. Woo-wee! Man, listen. TR, what's up? This is Bang, what's good? Before 300, there was Troy, all facts. Stormy B, man, my brother. Go subscribe to my brother, Stormy B, man. What's good with you, Stormy? All that over a girl. Shogun 76, Timothy Stopmine, what's up? Elbow, what's good? And then Shogun 76, then he clipped Achilles on some sucker stuff, man. Come on, man. Then he clipped Achilles on some sucker stuff. Eno Boston, what's up, family? Then had the audacity to clip Achilles. Oh, man, come on, man. Hiding. Capital Boston was good. He clipped Achilles hiding. Come on, man. Achilles didn't even see him. Act like he did something big, too. Got his brother smoked. Clipped Achilles on some softness. And then left with the girl happily ever after. Ain't that something? Ron Toro, my brother in the super chat, dropping that Cinco on your boy Blue. He said, what up, Blue? If Achilles would have pulled up calling me out in the front of my kingdom by himself, we would have let them arrows fly. Facts. But Hector was a G, Ron Toro. Hey, when the archer said, when he pulled up Dolo. He pulled up Dolo. And what did he say when he pulled up? Let me take off my mask. So once I kill you, everybody knows this is the fool that thought he killed Achilles. Woo! He said, what he did, he took it off. He said, let everyone know after I kill you, this is the fool who thought he killed Achilles. Tell me that wasn't a G move. Tell me he wasn't a G for that. Tell me he wasn't a G for that. Pulled up on the chariot, Dolo. That was a G move. Then he took his helmet off. Here, so you can see my face. And let everyone know this is the fool who thought when you die, when you get to hell, let everybody know this is the fool that thought he killed Achilles. Yo, he was a G. He was a straight G. Timothy Stoudemire, straight G. LT, brother in the super chat, dropping that Cinco on your boy Blue. He said Chiefs in the chat. Salute, Blue. Hard loss to the backup, Blue. Their defense is real. Troy is goated. Devin is Brad, and Tank is the kid. The Giant was Loma. Yeah, he said. Hey, and then when LT, what he say when Hector fell and tripped over the rock? Get up. I will not let that rock take my glory. Get up. I will not let that rock take my glory. E-Class, what's up? He refused to let that rock take his glory. E313, brother in the super chat, dropping that half a dub on your boy Blue. He said coming through with the half a dub on your boy Blue. Salute to you, great brother E313. Yes, sir. I appreciate you, King. Ring Rivals A-side, he said in the super chat, he said, don't compare 300. This is, nah, man. This 300 don't compare to Achilles, bro. They based everything. 300 got based off of Achilles. BVG Trey, what's up? They based your boy Pablo, what's up? Hey, A-side, they got the whole idea of 300 was based off of Troy. He pulled up Dolo. You understands me? He came, first of all, he was laying there. They said, Achilles, they've been looking for you. He was laid up with three of them. Butt cheek naked. AJ A10I, what up, family? MD Mills was good. He was knocked out. They was warring. He was knocked out with three baddies. He knocked out with three baddies. They warring. Achilles, they looking for you. They waiting for you. There's a giant out there calling you out. A giant? Yeah, it's a giant out there. Aren't you nervous? He said, that's why they'll never remember your name. He got up, climbed up out of it. The three baddies, I'll be right back. Came through. Terrence Franklin was good. Came through. Giant standing there. Achilles walked out. Didn't warm up or nothing. Just started walking towards him. Terrence Franklin was good. Walked towards him. Light jogged. Got on his light jog. Started picking up the pace. Dude standing there screaming. Took a sidestep. Ha. Jumped up. Ha. And then kept walking. Walked right past him. Come on, man. Timothy Stoutmeyer was good. Hey. Aiden Man was good. He went up to him. Sidestep. The sidestep move. Ha. Jumped up in the air. Came down on him. Bang. Jay Watts, what's up? Walked right past him. Didn't even watch his body drop. Walked up to his entire army and said, is there no one else? Everybody just standing there looking at him. Is there no one else? They just standing there looking at him. And then he just walked off. Come on, man. The whole army, he's standing in front of his whole army. Dolo. Who else wanted? Colin Frederick was good. Who else wanted? They just were standing there like, eyes bright. Is there no one else? They just looked at him. Is there no one else? Then he just walked off. Man, come on, man. He clipped old boy, didn't even watch his body drop. Sidestepped him. Dude threw the arrow, he just sidestepped him. Man, come on, man. Remember when he went to the island? Timothy 7 Deuce 688. What's good? Remember he went to the island and he first saw Hector and he got the joint? He told Hector, today is not the day for you to die. What? Come on, man. He said, go home and be with your wife and kids. Today ain't the day you die. Come on, man. And then let him go. Go home, cuddle with your wife, cuddle with your kids. Today is not your day. Yo, Zaire G was good. Kawan Tucker was good. He told him, go home, cuddle with your wife, kiss your kids. Today ain't the day you die. Come on, man. And then didn't even watch him leave, didn't protect himself, just let him walk past. His man was like, you letting him go? He was like, today ain't the day to kill a god. What? Come on, man. Come on, man. And Hector went back. Hector was shook. That shook Hector to his core. Remember, he went back and he was like, we got to do something. He was like, the gods will protect us. He was like, I just watched Achilles decapitate a god. He dismantled. Mr. Smart was good. Then he sat down and started eating. Man, straight G. 300 ain't got nothing on Achilles. Kawan Tucker, what up, family? Oh, what's up, family? Man, listen. Yeah, I saw the Troy series on Netflix with the black Achilles. That was fire too. But they had to do him dirty. He had to be crossed over and like, come on, bro. The original Troy, he was laid up, 3 girls, everything. The new one, he had to be a body boy. Like, come on, bro. Come on, man. That was unnecessary. Eastside Easy, what's up? Band up, what up, nephew? Exactly, Michi TV. Achilles was Dolo. Desecrate. Yeah, that's what he said, Kawan Tucker. I just watched Achilles desecrate a god. Jesse R, what's good? Israel Bound, what's good? Oh, I love 300, but Achilles was different. North Memphis 48, what's good? Achilles, 300 was 300 dudes. Achilles was Dolo. He was Dolo. When they clipped it, when Hector clipped his nephew, he ain't rally up the troops. He said, "Go get my armor. Go get my armor." They gave him his armor. They was like, "Oh, we coming with you." He was like, "Y'all should have did your job before I left." Now you want to come with me? You should have did your job from the beginning. I'm going by myself. Man, come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. Then he got up, went over there, Dolo, pulled up to the front. Dolo got off the chariot. He knew the archers was there. He knew it was they could have just let the archers go. They could have just let the archers go. He knew the archers was there, but he knew they was gonna have more respect. He knew if they did clip him that way, that was gonna be some coward stuff. Steve Mega was good. And as soon as he pulled up, what did the archers? They was like, but Hector was a G. Hector was a G. Hector was like, nah, put the archers down. I gotta go out there. They was like, nah, son, you ain't gotta go out there. You ain't gotta do nothing. He's like, I gotta go out there. And Hector was a G too. How could I look my kids in the eyes if I don't go out there? What? Come on, man. Come on, man. Y'all better put some respect on Hector and Achilles, bro. What'd he say? How could I look at my kids in the eyes if I don't go out there? What he told his wife? You will never look at me the same if I don't go out there. Yeah, Samson Tiger. Hector was a G. What he told his wife? You'll never look at me. You'll never view me the same if I don't go out there. All facts. All facts. The way you'll view me from today forward, you won't be the same if I don't go out there. I got to go out there. I got to go out there. Hector went out there. He tried to cop a plea, though, when he got out there. Hey, Tim, he tried to cop when he got out there in front of Achilles. Ron Torres said, I would have let him fly. Yeah, you knew Hector. But when Hector got out there, he was like, I didn't know. He tried to cop that plea. Remember when as soon as he got out there, Ron, he said, Tim, he said, I didn't know it was your nephew. I thought it was you. And that's when Achilles took his mask off and said, well, now you know. And everybody would know that you was the fool that thought when you died, now everybody, you can tell what he told you. You could tell the angels, this is the fool that thought he killed Hector. Victor Griffin, what's good? Mr. Lightning, what's up, family? He tried to cop that plea when they get out there because he knew what it was. That's why he took the helmet off. Yeah. And he was angry fighting too, right? He ran up to him and just boom, and just kept walked past him. Yeah, Agamemnon was a beast too. Yep. Ain't no pacts between lions and men. Jones 2-3 was good. Then what he told him? And Hector tripped. He was like, ah. He was like, get up. I will not let that rock steal my glory. Wavy Pods was good. He said, you'll walk the afterlife, blind, deaf, and dumb. Then everyone will know this is the fool who thought he killed Achilles. Yo, how you gonna tell that man I'm about to send you to the afterlife, blind, deaf, and dumb? Wow. Ron, what's up? Albert Doherty was good. The cerebral one was good. How you gonna tell that man I'm about to send you to the afterlife, blind, deaf, and dumb? And while you walking around there, blind, deaf, and dumb, everybody gonna know this is the fool who thought he killed Achilles. Bro. Tell me he wasn't a savage. Straight savage. He said, now you know who you fighting. Straight savage. Yeah. And Achilles had much love for Hector. Texas 16 South was good. He only went there to fight Hector. That's the only reason he went there, because he knew Hector. Remember, he knew Hector was considered on his level. That's the only reason he went. Because remember, he said he wasn't even going to fight the war. Great Tone Deuce was good. Right? That's the only reason he went, because they told him, listen, there's a dude out there named Hector is just like you. And he was like, oh, really? RJ the Legend, what's up, family? Salute to Brooklyn, New York, Brooklyn, New York. Yeah, me too. Come on, Tuck. I love Troy. Ring Rise, my brother A-Side, back in the super chat, dropping a cinco on your boy Blue. He said, wrong. They got the idea for 300 from George Campbell's LOL. It made them believe it was Troy. Yo, A-Side, you ain't right for that. Oh man, Achilles would do Leonidas dirty. That wouldn't even be a fight. That wouldn't even be a fight. He'd do Leonidas so dirty, that wouldn't even be a fight. Achilles was nice. And old boy clipped him. That was corny how old boy clipped him, ain't it? He ain't even see old boy. The guru was good. Clipped him on some suckerness. Oi, Jamaica. What's up, family? Man, come on, man. T9 boxing class was good. Yeah, it's inside square circle. King Ju, he said Achilles over everybody. All facts. T9 boxing class was good. Ty and Scott, peace of blessings, Queen. How you feeling today? Memphis 10 Will, what up? Achilles was that dude, bro. Man, he would do. Man, he would have did. It would have been Achilles versus the 300, and he would have did all of them dirty. Dolo. He would have did all. He would have did all 300 of them. Dolo. That dude told Hector, "Go home, get some rest, cuddle with your woman, have dinner. Today ain't the day I kill you." What? Yo, imagine if somebody tell you that you a grown man. D-Boy Dev, what up? You a grown man. Imagine somebody tell you that. Go home, cuddle with your wife, have dinner, kiss your kids. Today ain't the day I kill you. What? Come on, man. And meanwhile, he's standing right in front of you. Yeah, Leonidas wasn't no joke. and you stand there with your weapon, and he tell you that in front of your men. Yeah, Tyna Scott. Yep. Blessings, Queen. Imagine that. Chuck PCville Boxer was good. TR, what's up, family? Am I wrong for wanting to see if I can keep up with Blue in a friendly debate one day? And TR, you ain't never gonna try it. Mo Boxing, what's up, family? So that's according to these recent reports, is that Amazon is really not that interested in offering Al Haymon a big deal like it's being initially reported. Don't know how true that is. As I stated, I also heard that Showtime wasn't failing in boxing. Isaiah GQ, what's up? Showtime wasn't failing in the sport of boxing. It just turned out that they didn't want to invest in Showtime. Paramount doesn't want anything to do with Showtime as a whole, not just sports, not just boxing. So Paramount is getting rid of the whole name Showtime in its totality. So you won't see nothing Showtime, no Showtime movies, nothing. They're trying to make Showtime overall extinct and change the name and move it to a different platform. So it has nothing to do with the sport of boxing. It just has everything to do with, new players coming in and having a different idea, and moving in a different direction. And Showtime boxing happens to be, in the way. They was in the line of fire and they got clipped. Scott Miller, what's up? You understand? So I'm hearing that Al, really don't have that much interest in Dazn. Don't know how true that is. But looking for a big deal with Amazon, right? A different platform. Brother Fred, Barbershop Conversation. Shout out to my brother Fred, Barbershop Conversation. He said something very, very interesting, and I didn't even think about it that way. He says, why? Because I was told, now this wasn't a direct, it wasn't directed at me, but just overall, he said, they're not going to give them $1 billion. So I was being told they could feed them $1 billion. And so he says, why would they give him $1 billion? And I didn't even think about it this way. Fit for Life, my brother. What's up, family? Do you think the name can be bought? I wonder. Maybe, possibly. Everything is for sale. So I would say yes. Everything's for sale. So Fred said something that was extremely interesting to me. He said, why would they give them $1 billion when they 3/4 done with their careers? And I didn't think about it, right? Because I'm just head over heels in boxing, right? And so I never thought about it until Fred said that. I thought about it and I'm like, wait, I had to listen to that video again. And I said, it makes sense, right? That Fred said, look at the stable of fighters that they have. They're all old. And I looked and I said, Donnell Clark Bay, what's up? CB Entertainment, what's up? So I looked and I thought about it. And who's the up and coming fighters on PBC that you would invest $1 billion in? Think about this now. Really, really think about this. McNamara, what's up? They still have quality fighters, right? But what's the young crop of fighters that PBC have coming up? That I'm going to give you $1 billion to invest in those fighters. No, not yet. A Abamont. Nothing. Sean Johnson, what's up? Think about that now. He, like if you go through the stable, right? And I didn't even think about this. When Fred said that, I said, damn, Fred just made a lot of sense. I didn't think about this, right? No, not even Tank, right? Look. Let me show y'all something. Carmel Moulton is the only guy. Carmel Moulton is the only guy. He's the only guy. Really think about this. Really and truly think about it. Right? Boots ain't with PBC. Ernie V, what's up, family? Boots is not with the PBC. Boots ain't with the PBC. He's with Showtime. And we just saw Boots yesterday with we just saw Boots yesterday with Steven Espinosa. Can he make that transition to Showtime? Possibly. I mean, the PBC, I would expect him to. I expect him to. Hey, Fit, if you got a moment, I would like to bring you on and ask you some questions about some things if you're free, bro. Fit for life, brother, in the super chat, dropping that Cinco on your boy Blue. He said ESPN has the young guys as well as the MMA characters that matter. All facts. All facts. Think about this now. Really think about this now. Tank Davis will be in 3 weeks. Tank gonna be 29 years old. In 3 weeks, Javante Tank Davis gonna be 29 years old. He ain't no spring chicken. In not even 3 weeks. Yeah, 3 weeks. Tank Davis gonna be 29 years old. Sean Johnson, what's good? Tank Davis gonna be 29 years old in 3 weeks. And Brian, what's up, family? CB45, my brother Chris Brown, what's up, family? Tank Davis gonna be 29 years old. Think about that now. They got Carmel Moulton. The whole stable of fighters are old. Top to bottom, every division. Errol Spence, 33. Terrence Crawford, 36. Canelo Alvarez, 33. Jamel Charlo, 33. Jamal Charlo, 33. Deontay Wilder, 37, going 38. Andy Ruiz is 33. Tank is 29. Uh, uh, um, I mean, Leo Santa Cruz is like 33. Keith Thurman is 34. Keith Thurman, 34. Your Dana Sug is 38. You got David Benavidez, 26. You got Carmel Moulton, David Benavidez. David Benavidez, 26. Carmel Moulton is 19. Right? So if Boots signed, you got 3 fighters: 26-year-old Boots, 26-year-old David Benavidez, 19-year-old Carmel Moulton. Then you think about this, right? Demetrius Andrade, 35. Scorpio 1176. What's good? Yeah, he beat Carmel Moulton, didn't he? Didn't Shakur Stevenson cousin beat Carmel Moulton? Ugas look young. No. Ron Toro, brother, back in the super chat, dropping another cinco on your boy Blue. He said, exactly, Blue. I'm not gonna lie. They still talk about Tank like he 30 years old prospect, and his matchup support that argument. Facts. I serve 88. What's up? Yeah. So just look at it. Look at the landscape. Look at it overall. Look at it overall. Right? They ain't got no young fighters. To say here go $1 billion for 15 years. You got 3 fighters. Carmel Moulton, Jaron Ennis, and Tank Davis. And David Benavidez. Right? So why would I invest $1 billion for 10 years? Ronell Palmer, what's up? Why would I invest $1 billion for Will Smith? What's up, family? For 10 years. He said, Blue, this is Ronell and Uncle Opinion Show. Me and Uncle Real need to talk with you, big dog. How can we learn the business? We respect your work. Inbox me, great brother. Instagram. L Randall LR1. What's up, family? My schedule will be a little bit bizarre, but just inbox me on Instagram. Yeah, so just think about that. Right? They're not taking a young stable. You understand what I'm saying? So if they're not taking a young stable over there, okay, Fit. If they're not taking a young stable, if you Amazon, do you want to invest that money? See, because Amazon is a startup in boxing. Fit for life, brother, in the super chat. He said, "Sure, Blue, hit me with the link." Okay, for sure. Give me 5 minutes, great brother. Well, give me 10 minutes. Give me 10 minutes. Let me just finish cooking on this, and then I'm gonna send you the link. So, Amazon is a startup in boxing. Dazn would do it. Dazn would do it, right? Because Dazn is just going to mesh. You understand? If Dazn give you $1 billion, it's because they can make $1 billion fights, not $1 billion fights. But you understand what I'm saying? You understand? They can make they can mix and match some of the fighters they already got under the banisters and the banner and with Golden Boy and with Matchroom, and they could mix and match some of those fights. PBC got to get younger. They got to start getting younger. They got to start getting younger. Carmel Moulton only got 1 fight, and he ain't even officially a PBC fighter. He a Mayweather Promotions fighter. Obviously, they work together, but you understand what I'm saying, right? So, what sense does that make? Why don't we have the likes to 500? Can we get the likes up to 500? Get the likes up to 500. The link right there for my brother Ring Rivals with my brother A-Side in the chat. Click the link, subscribe to his channel. The link is right there in the chat. So it just when Fred said that, I was like, you know something? I ain't never thought about that, bro. I never gave that one thought at all. Because Jose Villanueva was good. For some reason, I'm just I'm just indulged in the sport of boxing. Fred thinks outside the box. He thinks outside the box, right? Fred thinks more of the business in the sport of boxing and a fan afterwards. I'm a fan first and think about the business second. Lifetime Eon, what's good? Which is not always a good thing, but that's how Fred views it. It's a business. He looks at it as a business. Excuse me, people. Shamar, Rasham, Shalom. What's up, family? Fred looks at it from a business standpoint. And I look at it from the boxing standpoint first. And that's why he catches a lot of things first and makes it make sense. And I'm like, man, I ain't never even think about that because I'm just thinking from a standpoint of the stable. You know, you got all these fighters, but long term, how does that benefit Amazon? What young fighters are they developing? L. Randall, LR1, brother in the super chat, dropping that cinco on us in the super chat. Remember the last live when I said Oscar was trash? What are your thoughts on his comments to Crawford? Out of pocket, irresponsible. Ruben Gutierrez was good. Is out of pocket and irresponsible. And he's speaking from a place of privilege because his experience in being a fighter was privileged. Now, don't get me wrong, he earned it in the amateurs, but as he turned professional, Oscar De La Hoya wasn't struggling to get fights. Ask Oscar De La Hoya the last time he was the B-side in any fight in his prime. In any fight overall, when was Oscar De La Hoya the B-side? You understand? Press was good. Alon Smith, what's up? Think about that. Ask Oscar De La Hoya, when was the last time he was the B-side in any situation, early in his career or not? He was always touted. Dr. Sebastian Longstaff, what's up, family? Salaikum salam. So when is ask Oscar De La Hoya, when is the last time he went through the struggles? And he couldn't get fights. And he had to take whatever was available to get his name in the hat. Preacher Joe, what's up? Mo Boston, what's good? Ask him that. He wasn't even a B-side against Bernard Hopkins. Oscar been an A-side his whole entire career. Chris Brooks, salute, great brother. I won't say he didn't get out the mud because he did he did earn it in the amateurs. He put in all that work in the amateurs. Knuckle up, what up? And by the time he got to the pros, that all that hard work benefited him. But as a pro, Oscar De La Hoya never was able. The only fights Oscar De La Hoya wasn't able to secure was the rematch with Floyd and the rematch with Trinidad. Outside of that, Oscar De La Hoya, you see how Canelo is right now? That's Oscar De La Hoya his entire career. All right, even Canelo had to grind hard. Canelo had to grind hard, have some gritty fights, get known, Oscar and them bought Canelo out his first contract, out his first deal that they was taking advantage allegedly of Canelo in that deal. Canelo didn't get it the easy way. Canelo had to earn it the hard way too. Canelo just built up a good team around him, and they was able to. Even Oscar was taking advantage of Canelo. Remember, Fred, man, oh man, 70 years around the sun. Blessings to you. Happy birthday, my brother Fred, man. CB Entertainment, what's up? Blessings, King. Love you, brother. Groundhog Sports Nation, what's good? Canelo had to get it out the mud, and then the reason that Canelo left Oscar was because Oscar didn't have Canelo at the table. He got the audacity. Mark Wonderland was good. He got the audacity to talk about fighters not being at the table, and then Canelo Alvarez finds out that they was taking advantage of him. Ain't that something? And Canelo won that case. So we can't say allegedly because Canelo won the case. Canelo Alvarez won that case. And got out of his contract. And he got the audacity to tell people fighters need to just fight and build up the team. Canelo thought he built up a good team with you at the table. And look what happened. Q Lee, what's good? Canelo thought he built up a good team with you at the table, and look what happened. Canelo trusted Oscar, and then Oscar got the audacity to get mad at Canelo for finding out the truth and leaving. What? He had the audacity to get mad at Canelo after all that, and it started a feud. Like, bro, you the one that was getting over on this dude. He finds out, and now you got the audacity to be mad at him. Ain't that something? Ain't that something? How you gonna get mad at this dude and then start spewing his name and dragging his name in the mud afterwards because you mad because he realized what you was doing? Charles Wilson, what's good? Ain't that something? Isn't that something? Tech, he said, Booba, Eddie just setback, just revealed Devin Haney. I don't know what Ellie has against Devin Haney. It just is nauseating at this point in time, but Devin Haney's going to do testing. L. Randall, LR1, brother in the super chat, dropping that Cinco on your boy Blue. Ryan Garcia got the same beef with Oscar. He's scummy. Oh, facts. I forgot about that. Forgot about that. And he got the audacity. Devin Haney's going to do testing, man. He's with the WBC. They don't have a choice. So it don't even make sense to even bring that up. Devin Haney's with the WBC. They have a clean boxing program. You can't fight for the WBC title without being enrolled in a clean boxing program. So it don't even make sense to bring that up. So what's the point in saying that? Because he's in a clean. He got to be in a clean boxing program to be with the WBC. That's the rules. That's the rules. You can't be in the WBC without being in a clean boxing program. So that don't even make sense to even bring up. It's null and void. What you get nothing out of it. You understand? Like if you're not in a clean boxing program, you ain't with the WBC. So makes no sense to even bring it up. You understand what I'm saying? Like, what do you get out of that? Crypto Chris, what's good? Salute. This man Tank got to be a mechanic talking all these tune-ups, taking all these tune-ups. Tank do what Q Lee was good. Bless Love One. What's up, family? HBO Max or DAZN to move? We'll find out. I would love to bring HBO back. Wish I could bring pun back. Big run that. Big run that. Wish I could bring pun back. Big run that. Run that. They should try to do something with BET. Yeah, yeah. That would be a good idea. Is BET willing to put up invest in it is the question. That's where the question lies. BET willing to invest in it. I need y'all to get the likes up, man. Let's get the likes up to 500 and let's drop $1 in super chat. Refresh the super chat, man. They're blocking people from sending a super chat. They're blocking people from smashing the like button. I need y'all to smash the like button. I need y'all to drop $1 in super chat and refresh the super chat. Yeah, I don't understand. What's the point in that? Al come with his own channel and digital platform would be dope. Right. So with that said, you know, we have to look at it from that standpoint. I didn't really look at it from that standpoint. I didn't put Lucky Showtime was good. They need to be on network TV like NFL, NBA, and other major sports. I agree. The question is, are these sports, are these networks and these platforms willing to invest in the sport of boxing? That's where the problem lies. Are they willing to invest in the sport of boxing? Are they going to say, okay, we'll invest in the sport of boxing? Say, okay, that's where because boxing needs to be back on, in my opinion, it needs to be brought back to the, you know, it needs to be brought back to regular TV. See, the problem is, or we it's not in your face enough. Boxing, we don't see boxing enough. We don't see boxing enough. You understand what I'm saying? We don't see it enough. Timothy Abrams, what's up, family? We don't see boxing enough. We don't get boxing enough, and that's the problem. That's where it comes up short because we don't see it enough. It needs to be on regular TV. NFL never goes away, and it's ironic because boxing is the most year-round sport there is. Bully the kid, what's up? Boxing is the most year-round sport if there ever was a sport that's year-round. Boxing is the year-round sport, right? So we should be able to put on boxing events at any time, at any point. Yet we don't. The most year-round sport is the least watched, is the least active sport. Just make that make sense. Make that make sense. You it's the most, and it's the least active sport. And it don't need, you don't need, boxing don't need extra intangibles. Like you don't have to be 7 feet tall. You don't have to be, a 6'5", 240-pound quarterback. You could be a boxer at 5'5" and weigh 120 pounds. And there's a weight class for you. You could be a boxer that's 7 feet tall, 300 pounds, and there's a weight class for you. You could be a boxer that's 6 feet tall, 154 pounds, and there's a weight class for you. In football, you got to fit a certain criteria. In basketball, same thing. You don't have that in boxing. You can learn boxing in your living room. You can't learn basketball in your living room. You can't learn football in your living room. You can learn boxing right in your living room. The great brother Scooby, who's a fighter out of Gleason's gym, Scooby got a boxing ring right in his living room. That's how serious he's taking. Hendo, what's up, family? Yeah, they're not sending my notification. That's how serious he's taking the sport of boxing. He got a boxing ring smack dead in the middle of his living room. He lived by himself, I gather, and he set up a boxing ring in his living room. Scoob got a whole boxing ring right in his living room, I believe. YG Knight, my YG Mom, brother in the super chat, dropping that Cinco on your boy Blue. Salute, Blue. Any upcoming fighters or prospects that you have your eye on closely? There's a few, man. Carmel Moulton. There's a few fighters, man. I like Alan Garcia. I like there's a few fighters, man. I like up and coming. Yeah, man. YG Mine. Yeah, there's Jaden, uh Alan Garcia, Carmel Moulton. I like those guys, man. L Randall LR1, my brother in the super chat, dropping that Cinco on your boy Blue. He said, I don't think boxing can be mainstream because people want to see KOs, and these fighters nowadays ain't really about that life in my eyes. Well, it's matchmaking. And if you matchmake them correctly and you keep them in a public eye, they'll sell. People will appreciate the sport. They will. And there will be knockouts that come along with it. Darlin James, what's up, family? Hendall, yeah, he good, man. No sport without an overseeing board will never be mainstream. That's the problem. Malik Woody, what's up? Timothy Abrams, brother in the super chat, dropping that Cinco on your boy Blue. He said Al should get with Brian Allen. He has several broadcasting platforms. This would be dope to have PBC on a black-owned network. Agree. I agree. I agree, bro. I agree. I'm with you. That would be serious, man. That would be serious, bro. Yeah, I'm gonna bring y'all some new information, man. I'm gonna bring y'all some top notch stuff, bro. I'm doing some things, bro. Roll Tide for life. What up, family? Hey, Fit, you ready, great brother? My brother Fit for life. You ready, great brother? Yeah, man. I was attempting to bring back Friday night fights, Tuesday night fights with BLK Prime, bro. That was my goal. I need y'all to smash the like button, man. Get the likes to 500. Drop a dollar in super chat. Refresh the super chat. Okay, Fit, I'm going to put the link in the chat. Hey, the link is for Fit, please, people. $619 Cali Factor. What up, family? Salute, Brother Blue. You going to the Devin fight? Yes, sir. Onion 77, what's up? Hey, that that uh um uh 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 that Floyd Mayweather card is gonna be stacked, ain't it? Gonna be stacked. Just drop the link in the chat, Fit. Smash the like button, man. Get the likes up, people. There you go.
You hear me?
What's good, great brother?
Nothing much. How you doing, Blue?
We fix the sound again.
You hear me? You hear me?
You can hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay. How you feeling, great brother?
Hey, I'm feeling really good, really good. Just loving what you're saying today, as always. I'm a big supporter of what you're saying because you're always so logical about these things. So I love it. I love it.
Man, I appreciate you, man. I want to bring on once I get settled in this next week. Every Wednesday, we're gonna have a great brother Fit up on here, man. Every Wednesday to get his knowledge and pick his brain, man.
Yeah, I mean, I'm always here to help people because, sometimes there's some information that may be outside of the norm. Kind of like when you mentioned barbershop conversations. I mean,
Hmm.
we all have our element on how to look at something, and he looks at it in a different way.
Right,
And then I look at boxing from a different way myself because I'm so into physiology and I'm so into performance that I'm
right,
like, I have another way of looking at this thing.
right,
So
right,
but amazing. It's amazing that we can if they can put something like this together where they have you and they have barbershop and they have me and all of this together for a fighter,
right,
that would
right,
be what they need.
right. And we could change the game. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because a lot of people they get confused, right? So when they see I think her name is Alicia Baumgartner.
Right.
When they see that she tested positive for something and then they want to say, hey, there's no way that she could have done this. I'm not saying she did. The jury's out on it, but when they see something like that, they may say, no way, there's no way she could have done that. She's been muscular forever. Well, that's because people are not educated on what the drugs do that she
Mm-hmm.
took, right? So
Mm-hmm.
if they knew that primo bowling was something that was like something that is the safest steroid you can take. And usually women who want to take steroids take primobolan just because it's a DHT derivative that actually makes you stronger instead
Mm-hmm.
of making you bigger. It had nothing to do with her size. She can naturally be like that. But it does improve the person. And if they seen the other one, I think it's Proviron, they saw that, it would say Proviron lowers sex hormone binding globulin, and
Mm-hmm.
so if that gets lowered, then the other drug works better. But
Right.
because
Right.
in
Now,
reality, they would say,
break those two down for the people.
okay, yeah. You
'Cause
know,
I know what you're talking about, but for the people, yeah, break it down for the people.
oh yeah, I got you. I got you. I'm again like me and you had this talk the other day about how athletes get away with certain things. I'm of the notion that I don't really believe they want to bust the athletes because if they wanted to really bust them, they could get them.
Right.
People have to just look at it. It only takes one time to know what happened. And if a person misses 2 drug tests, I mean, what's the excuse? Now, they may be innocent, like I said, but what's the excuse? It's either the sport isn't important or there's something you're doing that you
Hmm.
don't want to reveal, or like I said, you don't want to be in the sport. No, so when it gets broken down, a person may believe that at the top of athletics that steroids makes a big difference, and I'm here to tell you again, when you look across the board and if you saw athletes before, they were talented before. Steroids don't do what people think that it's doing.
Right.
Steroids give you an edge over somebody who's equal to you.
Right.
So when you see people out there and they think, oh, you're gonna take this and then you're gonna be 50% of what you wasn't before. No, that doesn't
Right.
work like that.
Right.
No, it just gets dangerous because if a knockout happens to somebody with the regular hand, well, that little 10% extra, which is kind of like what it does when it's proven, that little amongst elite athletes. I'm not talking amongst regular athletes.
Hmm.
Amongst elite athletes, it's only going to increase you a little bit because they're almost at the genetic maximum, right?
Right. Right.
They were gods before that. They like Mayweather. These guys are these guys are different specimens. They don't get, people don't get that. No, so let me break it down. So if you look at it, and I'm not saying, again, I want people to no, I'm not saying she did this. I'm just saying, like, if you look at um Proviron, they gave another name for it, but the brand name is Proviron. Proviron is used if it's used in I've never taken it, but if it's used in um a cutting phase for bodybuilding, what it does is it hardens the body, it keeps the estrogen levels low so you can have a better look. One would say, well, why is this an advantage for boxing, right? Well, if one would look, if one sees this and they think about it, estrogen is something that can get in the way of building muscle in certain ways. If you, again, I'm saying that with the caveat of, if you don't have estrogen, then where your own hormones can't help you out because estrogen sensitizes the androgen receptor, right?
Hmm.
So with that, I want people to follow. So if there's an androgen receptor on the muscle, estrogen sensitizes it, and the drug or your gonads are in women's cases ovaries send one to put out the muscle building hormone or testosterone. Um, when it hits the androgen receptor, that's when you get the response that you're looking for, right? So people have to think about this in the way of a lady. You see, ladies have more estrogen, right? And so the a more estrogenic environment, or when it's at a high level, doesn't produce an environment to grow muscle. And in boxing's cases, it's not to grow muscle because primobolan doesn't grow muscle. It's to help you maintain muscle, right? So why is this an advantage for a woman? Because a male can diet, and since they have that God given steroid pack right below their right below their loins, or like down there, well, obviously they can hold muscle better, even though test levels go down as you diet. A lot of people don't know this, but they do, but it does. But for a woman, it's going to be much detrimental to diet to a certain point because they don't have the testosterone to hold the muscle. So if you got primobolan is something that's a DHT derivative, or the hydrotestosterone, what testosterone breaks down into to give you your masculine features, your hair, receding hairline like this. When your blood pressure is high and it gets in the follicles of your hair. Um, if a lady takes this, she's just gonna hold. Let's say she was training. I don't want to say she. Let's say a person was training clean that was a woman. They could be clean, but what that drug does is help them hold all the muscle that they would have gained in that time. So when they get down to lower body fats, they would have also been able to maintain the strength or the capacity to release the strength that their body could have, right? Now, with this in mind, there's also hormone binding globulin that in your body binds to a drug or binds to hormones that are in your body naturally to keep your body in balance. It doesn't want, so if you're a guy, your body could make a lot of testosterone naturally, but sex hormone binding globulin grabs onto the testosterone and only makes so much of it available. So if you got 1,000 tests and then your sex binding globulin is taking up 90% of that, then obviously 900 is bound, 100 is available, which those are not the numbers. I'm just putting it out there.
Right.
So with this in mind, if you had something like Proviron, like what they give to an adolescent that isn't quite developing, Proviron lowers the the sex hormone binding globulin, and when that happens, there's more of the hormone available to the androgen receptor to actually help it out. So it's like taking one drug, and then when you take both drugs, the one drug doesn't have to be powerful because the other drug puts it in a position where it's more powerful, right?
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
now again, I study a lot of these things because I want to know about sports, and people that really want to know about sports, they got to know about all of it. And so, no, those are just things I'm interested in, Blue. You
Hmm.
know,
Hmm.
and so I'm always
Absolutely.
here to answer the questions.
Right.
And if I don't know, like I said, I'll go get the answer and I'll make sense out of it and I'll bring it back.
Right.
And again, this is not me saying she did this, but if when all the people that are saying an athlete wouldn't do this if they're naturally gifted, hey, what makes you money if you're the winner? So if you get 5% more, you really it may make
Right.
you the winner. Like that's
Right.
just the truth.
Right. Now, let me ask you about this because everybody's super obsessed with Victor Conte because we know about his situation,
Right.
right? And it's widely publicized now. We know about Victor Conte. We know about Snack, but he still has the Snack program and these Snack uh, uh, vitamins, right?
Yes.
Uh, that he has, and he still has athletes like Devin Haney, uh, Jerron Ennis, Demetrius Andrade, Caleb Plant, but they not none of those are power punchers. They all boxers. They all pure boxers, right?
Right.
And so, what is it about the snack program? What that makes it so effective? Do you see a difference in the athletes going to snack programs?
Okay, so first of all, people have to know Victor Conte's past. Victor Conte been doing this since the 1980s, right? And
Hmm.
so Victor Conte, as much as they would say, some people think he's a quack, but he's not. Victor Conte is a genius. That's real. That's what he is. And people who are thinking that he's supplying his athletes with drugs, they are also in denial of science. Victor Conte tests he tests their VO2 max. From what I see,
Hmm.
he knows about nutrition. He came up with ZMA, or zinc magnesium asparate. He came up with that boosts your hormones at nighttime. He's one of the first ones that knew zinc does what it does naturally. It boosts your testosterone. He knew this, and he also, along with the magnesium. And so Victor knows about testing. He's been testing. Like, I don't want to say it like this, but I knew of a person that about the time that Balco was going down, that was at the level that they needed to be in order to actually get to the next level. So the way it was explained to him was that in the 100 meters, if you're running something like a 10 seconds, then the next step is to go to the next level, and that'll put you at the in the realm of what these other 100-meter runners run, which shows you that it doesn't do like what people think. They're running 10-0. They're
Right.
running really fast, and then that gives them that extra boost. Now, this guy, he told me that he went out there in the 2000s, and he got tested because that's the thing that he does. He would test your blood to see what nutrients you're missing. I
Right.
mean, a lot of athletes have no
Mhm.
access to that, right?
Right.
That
Right.
gives that gives another athlete so much advantage over another one when they're both the same. It's ridiculous. So I'm just tired of I'm tired of people blaming Victor Conte for what he did in the past, because how can they blame him for what he did in the past, but they let all these fighters get away with what they getting away with? How you
Hmm.
gonna blame the guy who's
Hmm.
not even competing?
Right.
And so obviously these fighters, they come to him because they know that he has the knowledge, and Victor Conte is one of the most knowledgeable. So I don't blame them for being with them with him.
What's your thoughts on ZMA? Can a regular person that's not an athlete take ZMA?
Absolutely. Zinc helps in so many enzymic processes in your body, as well as magnesium. People just need to look that up, But zinc helps and magnesium helps. Those are the basic things that can help you with all of your body functions. I was just looking at something the other day that a guy, he was talking about, that he thought that people are thinking turmeric, and people are thinking I guess with turmeric, vitamin C, xanthanin. They're thinking that these are the most powerful antioxidants, and in reality, it would be
That's
it.
me. That's what I take. Turmeric and yeah.
Yeah, they found out that zinc is maybe the most powerful antioxidant. It just does so much that people
Right.
don't lean into that. You know what I'm saying? And so, yeah, it's like this is an amazing mineral, along with magnesium together. He's so smart. He put it together. Like,
Right.
he's so smart.
So
Yeah,
so it helps you sleep. So
yeah, it helps.
based over ZMA, right? Can a normal person like myself just go to a performance get ZMA and just start taking, or you should be tested to see what you lacking, or it just boosts you?
Well, if you don't have access to a testing facility, then you can go ahead and take it in the amount. It's gonna work for most people. It really is. And it's
Mm,
good. So here's a way to think about it, Blue. People may want to know how to prevent injuries, right? So it
mhm.
may be something like you're doing a sport, and me and you know, if you're doing a sport, you're gonna get injured at some time, right? And people want to
Right.
know what to do to prevent this.
Right.
Okay, so if they really want to prevent this, they've done so many tests, and I've heard this recently too. I believe from Lane Norton's channel, like, and I knew this, but I'm glad he brought this study up. He said that if they want to prevent injuries and they want to be able to perform highly, you can do whatever warm up you can want to do. You can eat the way you want to, but the one thing consistently across the board is the people who got the most sleep had the most recovery. They had a 25% reduction in injuries. And there's so
Wow.
many people, they don't understand what that means. When you sleep after 4 hours, if you hit REM sleep or that deep sleep or the dream sleep, that's when your body releases one great pulse of GH, that's higher than all the other time of the day. Your body constantly releases growth hormone all day, which turns to IGF-1 through the liver. But at nighttime, it releases in a big pulse, and you can see this on a chart. If someone just looked it up, they'll see that if they didn't hit that REM sleep, it goes up and just drops right back down. But if they hit REM sleep, this thing shoots up so high, and it creates a space for you to recover. So it's almost like, well, if you're going to be always exercising and not giving me a chance to exercise, you're going to be up. It's no use to releasing this growth hormone. But if you're going to stay still for a while, then that gives me the optimal time to do all the healing that I need to do in order to
Mm,
make you better. Like the body is literally telling um, itself this, right? Or the person this. And so that's what people have to look at. Like, these things can become steroid like when they're perfected. So what I mean
mhm.
is, they're
Right.
not a
Right.
steroid. But
Right.
if you do everything that you know that somebody else doesn't, it may not give you the 10% at the elite level. It may give you 4%, 5%, but at the elite level, this means so much. That's
Right.
what and so people,
Right.
they have to look into that. So there's a lot of things out there, Blue. Some things that they ban on the list that are actually natural things because they don't really understand them, right? And
Mhm.
so I just try
What
to.
give us two of them.
Okay, BPC on 157, right?
Mhm.
It's actually a stomach peptide. What it does is it helps fix your gut health, and
Mhm.
when it fixes your gut health, it allows your body to have better collagen synthesis. Right now, a person that would understand why that's good is over time, your coll or the not the yeah I can say that collagen, your joints and your I guess the collagen in your joints, it breaks down over time. I don't want to say collagen in the joint because collagen is the building block of the material that's let me just the material in your joint. So that part of your body, your elbows, your elbows, your hips, stuff like this, it doesn't get a lot of blood flow, right?
Mhm.
So that's what causes it not to heal as fast as your muscles. So for instance, when someone gets hurt or takes a steroid, it's a risk for them to take it because the muscle may outgrow the pace at which their ligaments and tendons
Mm, mm,
can hold that, right?
mm,
So with that in mind, again, going back to the to the sleep thing we talked about, sleep can help also heal your joints because you're in place. But in or for I guess in thinking about it like that. So BPC 157 right now, natural health doctors are giving it. It's actually it comes in cap form, and it's really good. It like no in science, if the scientific studies are there, but for athletes, somehow they think that it's performance enhancing at the point that that it would be like something that's cheating. It's really not. It's really an athlete. If anyone needs recovery, they should be able to take what they need to recover, right?
mm,
To a
mm,
certain extent.
mm,
Another I think another one was TB 500. And TB 500 it can come like I know some it can come in an injection, but it also comes in a capsule form, right? And they call it the Wolverine molecule. Or what it does is it helps in wound healing. So you can see if it's helping in wound healing, it's also helping your immune system. So those two together, they do a lot to heal a person. And so let's just say in my world, my opinion is if somebody took hormone replacement at 40, that's not cheating. When you take hormone replacement when you're 20, that's cheating. Because even a 40-year-old can take whatever they want, but they're not gonna beat a 21 or 22-year-old that's genetically elite. There's no drug that
right,
40 and 50-year-old can do to outperform. Let's in baseball. Like there's no 50-year-old they can take what they want. They're not gonna beat a 23-year-old a 23-year-old Barry Bonds or
right,
something. It just
right,
doesn't work that way. So if people are educated on things, they will know that what cheating is, and cheating is really when they're doing this stuff when they're young, like and so and it's you actually if you do it in your 20s, you have your highest ability recovered. So it's like you literally do become superhuman. It does make you and like above all humans from before, like
right,
if at the elite level because they're already elite.
right, right. So it's
Yeah.
just giving them a slight bit of consistency.
Yes. 100%.
Right. Now let me ask you this. When you have what would you consider an athlete's peak years?
Okay, so I think like I because I gotta go up in the Rolodex because I have so many studies that's in my head.
Mm,
So I'll put it like this. Um it has been explained that a woman's peak years in athleticism can be much further than a male's because of a woman's nervous system versus a man's nervous system. So, for instance, if we look at the 100 meters, we see right now that Shelly Ann Fraser is still winning this thing at 35 and 36, whereas you don't really see that in men, right?
right.
And the reason why that is men, when you're about 18 to 22, that's when men have their peak reflex or when their nervous system is best able to move as fast as it can. But that's not when a man's peak strength comes. A man's peak strength comes around 32. And anybody that want to when they hear this thing of man strength, they have to think of it as testosterone has been circulating in this body for 30 years. And with
Mhm,
DHT, this person is gonna get stronger. They're gonna move quicker. They're gonna do better things over time.
mhm,
So the point at which your nervous system diminishes and the point at which the ability for you to get strong meat, that's when you're at your peak. So that happens around the age of 26 to 28, or like 26 to 29, in particular 27, 28. That's when a male is going to be at their best. A female is going to be around 31 to 31 to 33 in that area. And it's because that their athleticism is based upon strength endurance because of the inability to move as fast as a man. The more weight you can move, the more taxing it is on your body with your muscles on, or more taxing on your muscle system and on your nervous system. So people got to think of both of those at the same time. Your nervous system needs a recovery. On average, that takes 48 hours for a man, and your muscles need recovering, and all of that has to match in order to have the athlete perform the way they need to perform.
would you consider then Devin Haney? Because I was saying this. Devin Haney hasn't hit his male strength yet. He's 24, going on 25. You know, Ryan Garcia 24, 25. Tank is at 28. He'll be 29 in 2 weeks. They haven't hit their peak yet, right?
Um, I'm gonna say it like this. I was at Devin's first fight
Hmm.
in Las Vegas where he did a 4 rounder, right?
Hmm.
It wasn't even on TV that night. And I remember going up, take a picture with him because I like this young man's gonna be good. But listen to Devin's voice at that time. Even listen to his voice on camera up
Hmm.
to about 4 years ago. You'll see that he had a lighter voice. And
Hmm.
it's only within the recent years that his voice started to drop, and that's what testosterone does, right? And so, seeing if he's doing it purposely, I don't know, but that's what testosterone does. So he may be, his body may finally be responding to DHT. The others could respond earlier. Whenever you see somebody who have fast twitch and they're able to knock people out, that's their body responding to their hormones set better. So if I was Devin, like if I was just like in a dream world, if I was setting up a training program for him, I will make Devin push the sled as heavy as it possibly can be. Pushing that sled is going to create his ability to push against people as he comes forward, right? So he may not be able to, again, this is speculation, but he may not be able to get the what you call the explosive punching like Crawford, but you can build up the thudding. The thudding punch,
Hmm.
you can
Hmm.
build that up with strength endurance, right? So I'm not talking about being on a sled where you just push it down and it's easy. Making that thing as hard as you can and just pushing that thing Herculean style to the point that he can't push it no more, and then take off a plate and then let him keep pushing it and then take off one more plate just to get used to the muscles of contract and hold,
Hmm.
contract and hold, are almost at the level of full contraction and
Hmm.
hold. Yeah, and I would make them do it sideways, like the way someone would box. So
Mm. Mm. Never thought about that. Salute to the brother Charles Edward Cheese. He said, Doc, is that Ozempic really hitting like that?
yeah, like let me tell you, Ozemp. I'm gonna try to. Is it okay for me to answer that? I don't want to get off the
Yeah.
subject if you don't.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so go, go,
No, it's
go, go.
fine.
All right, Ozempic is said glutamide. I think that's what they call it. That's the generic name for it. Ozempic stops the stomach from get out of here. Stops the stomach from processing the food so quick, and it slows down your digestion, right? And so yes, it does work for some people because some people naturally have a better digestive system, and it makes their digestive system operate sort of like that. But here's the problem: people are getting stomach cramps, people are getting pancreatitis. There's a lot of things going. So my thing is always, you can take whatever drug you want to. I don't have no problem with whatever people are gonna do. The problem is the laziness, because after the drug is done, what are you gonna do? Because you can't take that drug forever. So if you didn't build that discipline before, then it doesn't really matter. So if they're building discipline along the way, then that's fine. But I think, but to answer his question is this. I wanted to put that out there.
Hmm.
To answer his question, that it helps them lose weight, but the weight isn't it doesn't play favors. I mean, yeah, it doesn't play favors. So you're gonna lose fat and you're gonna lose muscle. That's why people are looking gaunt as they start to lose, because the body is just slowing itself down. But that also slows muscle protein synthesis down. And if that's true, your muscles don't have as much protein available to for recovery. And so they get the gaunt, kind of the gaunt look. They get smaller, but at what cost? What are you costing yourself? And so if you look at Sharon Osbourne, she got small with it, and I'm sure that she was dieting too, because I've seen other people do it and they don't diet, and they don't get much from it, right? Or they
Hmm.
don't get as much from it. But it's if they do the proper diet and then they take the drug, but they get a gaunt look even if they do it the proper way. So
Hmm.
that's my take. That's my take on that, Blue.
For sure. Now,
Yeah.
when you look at you know, Terrence Crawford saying that he wants to go up to 168, and everybody says he ain't gonna carry his power. He ain't gonna. It's just gonna work against him to fight Canelo Alvarez. He jumps up 3 weight classes. That 21 pounds. In your opinion, in your expertise, would that weight? How much would you suggest that he gain? Should he go all the way to 168? Should he hover like 164? Go to, possibly, because he, like, a few days after the fight, he said he weighed 165 walking around, right? Should he go to
Right.
his walking around weight? What would you suggest for Terrence
Um,
Crawford?
so here's the deal, right? When you see football players, there's different weights that play the same position, right? So when you see a running back, you may see Barry Sanders that's 5'9", 220.
Hmm.
Or if you see like Adrian Peterson, you may see somebody 6'3", 230, right?
Hmm.
Or like you can see our Turpin for Dallas, my team. And stop making fun of my team, my
Niners,
Cowboys.
Niners, Niners, baby, Niners.
Yeah. No, like remember where Dion went. He came to us. He came to us.
He stopped in San Francisco first and won the Super
No,
Bowl
but he came to us from
and,
y'all. So he
and beat
like
and
us,
beat the Cowboys.
Okay, okay, yeah. So what I would say is there's many different body types that can be at a certain position, but these guys have been that weight for quite a while. And if you see like when Tony Pollard came into the league, Tony Pollard wasn't as big as he was. People can go look at this. And then over time, as Zeke was taking snaps, Tony Pollard had time to build up his weight, and now he's just as explosive as he was, and he can and he's like at Zeke. You can't say he's not at Zeke's level or his previous, because he is, right. So my thing is, I think it takes time unless a person is draining them. So for instance, if Crawford had to drain himself to be 147, then I find it more feasible for him to do 168, right? But if he did not have to drain himself, that making could become a problem because the weight that he would carry may not be weight that would be efficient for him to carry in this fight. So to answer your question, whatever he can box around the ring at and feel comfortable and at the same time eat what he wants to eat without dieting, I would stop at that weight right there. I mean, I wouldn't attempt to put on weight to handle that because, okay, if you take an example of Deontay Wilder, this is just my opinion. In my opinion, I think he
Mhm,
put on too much weight for Tyson Fury because he already had punching power. So why
mhm,
would you put on the weight? Because no matter what, he's gonna lean on you just like before. And if you got more weight, it's harder to keep those people off of you because more it takes so much more energy. So when Tyson gains weight, he may gain weight in some muscle, of course, but he may gain more fat, and that fat is more at this point for performance. Fat may be a little bit less taxing on your metabolic system because it doesn't require a lot to maintain it, right? But
mhm,
if Deontay went from like 220 or 215 up to 235, that's a lot of muscle bloom. And
mhm,
whenever you see guys, even at the gym, when they just want to put on that muscle, they put on 30 pounds of muscle. They're sweating like like
mhm,
20, like they're just sweating walking around. So
mhm,
that means their body is having a harder time dealing with that based up on the heart rate, because your heart rate is what determines if something is um, weightlifting. So if people want to, they can think of it like this: if a person is overweight, like maximally overweight, obese, if they start to walk and they diet, they start losing a lot of weight, and they're like, I'm losing weight without lifting weights. No, 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 no. The fact that you're walking is lifting weights because you're so heavy, right? And so
oh, mhm, mhm,
the heart rate you generated while walking is on par with somebody who would be in shape. Maybe your heart rate is even higher, which is why they're breathing like that, because their breathing is on par with someone who would be squatting heavy, someone who would be doing heavy bench press. If you listen to the breath there, but somebody else that would be lifting weights fast and shape, they have the same breaths. So their
mhm.
body is in a constant state of lifting weights, right? which causes a heck of a lot of problems. But so with that in mind, you don't want to put yourself in that position of feeling like you're constantly lifting weights as you're moving around. You can maintain strength, but could you maintain efficiency, metabolic efficiency in your body in order to be able to perform as well? So that's to be seen. So I would say if he haven't drained himself to get to 147, he can go up there. But if he um but if he drained, I'm sorry, if he drained himself, he can get up there because he could be walking around like that. But if he didn't, I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't go past 160. I just
Now let
that
me
just
ask you
makes
this,
sense in
right?
my mind.
What for the people, what is so different, if there is a difference in carrying a lot of muscle and carrying a lot of fat?
Okay, to maintain a fat calorie, or I'm sorry, to maintain a fat cell,
And the
it takes.
and the reason I ask you that is because obviously I've been both bodybuilding and overweight, right? Um, the breathing heavy, right? I know a lot of people that are bodybuilders. Man, they sit in my car
And they
and
breathe heavy.
they'll go right to sleep,
Yeah,
right? And they breathing just like a person overweight.
of course.
So yeah, so what is it about?
Well, let's say this. One of the first people that was and then this will be some cool information. Um, One of the first people that noticed that body size meant a lot was like a the first, like they said, one of the first fitness gurus was a mortician from the 1800s. And even though people were not as big, he just noticed no matter what age a person was, it was the size of the person that determined how quickly they went into the grave, right?
Hmm.
So to think of it like this, if you have more muscle, muscle requires more oxygen in order to function, right? So if you were to take it on the metabolic level, it only takes 46 calories to maintain a fat cell, but it takes anywhere from 60 to 80 calories, I believe, to maintain a muscle cell, right? So if that is true, the body is going to be more taxed by the muscle, and just because it's muscle doesn't mean it's healthy. So if they like 160 pounds, the body's going to need to pull it. I mean, no, I'm sorry, 260 pounds, and they're 5'10". The body's going to need to pull in a lot of more air to maintain the muscle that they have on their body, or the muscle cells on their body. And so that's why you see the heavy breathing. It almost sounds just like a person who was overweight. And
Hmm.
in reality, when they get too big, it's because all of those guys can be in shape, true. But look how many of them going in the grave on par with somebody that would be overweight. Notice that they have the same problems. And what I mean by that is a person who's overweight has high LDL levels, but a person that would be a bodybuilder, and I'm not talking about natural bodybuilding, and I'm not talking about even regular bodybuilding where they take a little bit of drugs. I'm talking about the ones that get super huge.
Hmm.
Their LDLs and HDLs are on par with someone who's super big. And notice they're both going in the grave at the same time.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Hmm.
so someone has to look at it like that, right? And so that's why no, but that's why both of them are breathing heavy. When the other guy's walking around, he may be able to perform better than the other guy who's overweight, but they're that's only because he don't have the fat on his body, and that's it.
Hmm. Yeah, because that's the thing, man. When you see them, the similarities is very similar. They both
Yeah,
unhealthy. They both struggling to breathe. They both have sleep problems.
exactly. And so when it gets to a point of diminishing returns, right? So it gets to a point to where when you have so much muscle that is taking more from you than given to you, then it becomes a problem. Obviously, there's a certain amount of muscle you want to optimize yourself to keep the food that you take in burning, right? And are you being efficient for your body, right? So anytime you start going outside of that and you start eating too much and you get too big, obviously that amount of muscle wasn't an amount of muscle your body was meant to have. And so if it was, then you would have it just like lifting naturally, right? Not to
Hmm.
say when you get 40 or 50 you start to lose some of it, and of course they start to have the same estrogenic side effects just because their hormones are dropping. And so sometimes the HRT does help those people get back to the healthy level that they were before, right?
Mhm.
And so that's the way I think about it, Blue.
Now, Texas and Charles Edward Cheese, they talking about Texas says so when they are regular altitude, it's okay, and the air filter effect on the respiratory system. Cheese said, "Tech, I always get that people live in a benefit, but 8 week camp, meaning how high altitude, how does that affect athletes with their oxygen
Oh,
levels?
okay, yeah. So I'll take it like here.
Does it
Um,
truly benefit you in 8 weeks opposed to actually living there?"
okay, so I'm trying to keep everything in my mind so I can say everything. So in the past, Marion Jones ran her fastest 200 meters in South Africa in Pretoria, South Africa.
Hmm.
In that place she did it, there was high altitude, and so she was able to run faster because the air was thinner. But at the end of the race, she bent over and she started breathing super hard, right? And that was a sign that even though she could run faster through the air there, she couldn't get the oxygen she needed in order to be as efficient as she could have been. So if that race would have went to 300 or 400 meters, she may not have been acclimated, or her cells may not have been acclimated to getting that amount of oxygen that amount of oxygen per the unit of air that goes in. So people can think that the air is, I believe, 78% nitrogen, then the next is oxygen, and then all the others, right? So
Hmm.
per that going in her, it was much smaller. So her cells would have needed or wouldn't be used to having that amount of oxygen, and the energy level will be affected because you need oxygen. It's a coefficient in making ATP or adenosine triphosphate, right? So people have to think of it like this: once they get into altitude, your body's gonna make an adjustment. What happens is when the oxygen gets low, well, your body starts to make more red blood cells. So your hematocrit goes up, right? So
Hmm.
if it's making more red blood cells, that's to deal with the fact that you can't get in the amount of oxygen you had before. If people were to think about this too, the boiling point of water at that point also isn't efficient either. So if you're in altitude, I think the boiling point of water is 212 Fahrenheit or 100 degrees Celsius. But when you get in altitude, that may be 90 degrees Celsius and then 100 degrees or something. And so when people put food in there and it doesn't cook the same way in the same amount of time, they may not know that the oxygen up there is affect or the pressure is affecting what's going on with even with the liquid. So if a person hematocrit goes up or their red blood cells go up, when they come back down and they have more oxygen, that means that the body can carry more oxygen, and it's kind of like it's like it can overwhelm the it can overwhelm the I don't want to say overwhelm. It can supply more oxygen to the muscle, and then if that's true, the lactic acid that may come is delayed. Now, I'm not saying it's a long time, but you can delay being tired while doing explosive exercise when that happens, right? And so that's why it's such an advantage. Now, keep in mind when he says, can that 8 weeks help? Of course, but people also, when they look at the fastest runners are from West Africa, and the fastest long distance runners, which are fast too, they're from East Africa. And there's I think Mount Kilimanjaro is in Kenya,
Hmm.
right?
Hmm.
Kenya is at a high elevation, so those people have lived in high elevation for eons, right? And when it's like that, genetically, your body makes an adjustment for living up there. And so when they come down to when they come down from there to our elevation, they automatically have an advantage because they've been up there. But what they don't realize is genetically, they have made more red blood cells because of where they stayed for centuries upon centuries, right? So yes, it can help you in 8 weeks, but of course, if your people have been living in altitude for a long time, there's some epigenetic things that change as well as in the DNA directly to help them.
Hmm. Now, Charles Edward Cheese, great brother, said, he says that due to technology. He says athletes are better today due to technology, i.e., shoes, the material the track is made of, etc. He said, are athletes really better today, or is it just the tech and the nutrition?
I think like so. Here's a way to think about it. Um, I read a book that said that each person that's born after their parents are more suited for the environment that they came from, right? So if
Mm,
someone were to say that they're a better athlete, it's it not directly just if they're better athletes, they may be more genetically prone to doing whatever they're doing, right? So let's just say society is into football. Everyone's into football. Well, when the game starts, people can be novice at the game and they can become good at the sport. But if it's just amazing that when you see an NFL player have a son and then he goes to the NFL and his son goes to the NFL, like the Matthews brothers, that shows you each generation is getting better than before because they're acclimated to a sport that their parent was doing in the past. So if a whole society is doing this, then the whole society becomes more acclimated to doing those particular sports more than the people from before. But at the same time, could those people from before now work harder than the people from before? I don't know. Maybe the hard work that they did put them close to where the athlete is now, and the athlete don't have to work so hard because they have the technology. But I digress. I would just say something like, if you see the mask or people wearing that mask to where the air goes in as if they were at altitude. You see, this is technology that can help you out that they didn't have from before.
mm.
Which is a side note. I don't really know why they wear this thing. Why and this is my point again. Wear this thing while training. That when if you train, you need oxygen to train. It'd be better for them to wear that mask at nighttime. That way that they can lay down and have a longer period of time exposed to.
Oh, sleep with it on.
I don't, like for me, it doesn't make sense. Oh my God, they wearing it like it don't make sense. They should, if they put LeBron in a hyperbaric chamber or that portable one, and to just be in there for an hour, he's not working out in there. But what that does is raises hematocrit. So what they should do, if they don't have that chamber, put that mask on at nighttime, right before they go to sleep, and then the and your breathing is slower, so it's easier for you to do it, and you're in a sleep state, so your body can recover and actually put out the hermetic or the red blood cells that you need better because you're exposed to it for a longer time. So 8 hours of exposure is gonna be much better, or 10 hours of exposure, whatever people I guess whatever length of time that they sleep, that's gonna be much better. 100%.
Hey, so it's going to be extremely hard to sleep with that on the first go round, right?
Of course, but
'Cause-
it's extremely hard to be in altitude too when they first go.
Right,
So but that's why they got the hyperbaric chamber, or not like that portable one where people can just lay in it and they can zip themselves up and then take the oxygen level down and do it that way.
right.
But if you don't have that, hey, you may want to wear the mask. It just makes sense to me. I don't know why they would wear it while training. That's when you need oxygen. To
Let me ask you this: how often should said athlete do that? Is that something they should do all the time, or is it detrimental to your body, to your lungs, to attempt to do that being in low altitude? Growing up here and doing that. You know,
That's a good question. You see, that's one that I have to get back to you on. And because I'm just, if I give you an answer on this one, I would just be speculating. But I can speculate if you want me to. So I'm just gonna say this is speculation, right? So if they're gonna go and be in altitude all the time, in order to be able to get their hematocrit up, if it didn't kill them to be in that altitude all the time, it would be just them having more, the mask would be more of a nuisance than anything to wear.
mhm.
So they should create maybe a mask that would just be for sleep like that, and that would be a good invention for people, for them. And if they knew how much oxygen goes through the mask into them, they could be able to dial this. What I would do is I would make it are able to dial to the point of wherever the high altitude would be, and I would just keep it on. I would just keep it on during the day, keep it on during the night. I would just keep
Yeah.
that thing on, right? Because like I said, it doesn't make. I would take the mask off when I train, and then put it back on, and then wear it the rest of the time. Now people would think that it's a crazy thing, but hey, you would be simulating being out there in high altitude. So that's the way I would handle it.
Now, let me ask you this, right? Because Cheese just brought this up, and I was gonna say the same thing, right? When I did the sleep test, right?
Right.
And Cheese said, and it's uncomfortable. I snatched it off. It's hard to breathe with a stream of air coming in. When I did it, the same thing. When that air is coming in, man, it feels like it's taking your breath opposed to giving you breath. Right? How do you what is that about? Why does it feel like it's so uncomfortable to put the air in? Even when you go to the hospital and they put the oxygen on, it's like uncomfortable when the air is going in.
Um, Again, I wouldn't know this. I would have to say I get back to you on it, and I can then I will speculate and answer right now. If your body, let's say, whenever you see people with CPOD, that
Mhm.
oxygen helps them out because the amount of oxygen they can actually take in their lungs, right? So whenever if they have a heavier oxygenated environment, then obviously if their lungs could pull in, and this is speculation, 30% at the normal level, if the lungs are at the function of only pulling 10%, well, if the oxygen in the air goes up to 50%, well, then it can take more of that oxygen in more easily because it will be more available. Now, I know also if a person breathes really quick, in and out, they can hyperventilate, right? They can get too much oxygen and pass out. So for a person that breathes well, it may um be too much for the body to handle. As far now, when you said pushing in air, I would assume it was oxygen. And if they were pushing in oxygen, it may be something that your body's uncomfortable with because it doesn't have the need for it straight up. That's just my thought on that. Unless you have like some type of lung problem, but again, I'm speculating.
Yeah, because it almost feels like it's too much oxygen, too much air.
Yeah, I believe it. I believe that. That's why I
Yeah.
say I think that your body is like no, and I believe if you kept it up, your lungs would deregulate down to adjust for the air that's coming in. So if
Mm.
you had CPOD and you had to put more oxygen in, if your lungs were right, if you put more in, the lungs wouldn't have to work as much, so they would actually adjust and do less.
Now, last one, right? How do you what do you expect from Devin Haney moving up 5 pounds? What is the 5 pounds actually going to be a major difference for him? Is it that much of a difference, or because I know in a recent interview he stated, it's still going to be hard to make 140. So, is that 5 pounds really going to benefit him, or what's your thoughts on that?
Okay, so this is kind of like when I was attempting to explain this, and some guy we was saying if Terrence went through the same thing as Earl, why is it the same? I thought I didn't know what to think about that because obviously you didn't catch what I was saying. But I would think it like you people have to think of it like this: the rebound effect is easier when you're younger, right? So you
Hmm.
can drain yourself and your body can recover quicker because you are younger, right? So
Hmm.
the 5 pound difference is gonna make more difference for him than it will make someone in their 30s because that just may not be enough for their body to readjust and get going real quick and get back on track. They may need more time, and so that's what I was saying. So if he was in his 30s, the 5 pound difference may be nominal. They may need to take that up to 147. But since he's young, and if he if you checked out the way he looked in his last fight, how gaunt he was, and he still performed like that, then heck, it's gonna make a hell of a difference because he
Hmm.
was able to do it under the conditions of 135. So it can do nothing but make him better, especially if his muscle is the same. Now again, if he gained muscle, then it may not because he'd have just more muscle. So you like if he can, I guess what you would say, keep the same muscle or maybe gain 1 pound and then use 4 pounds of nutrients or the way of carbohydrate and fat in the muscle, and that is the extra 4 pounds, then hey, I think it'll be good because it gave him the room to do it. But if he gained 5 pounds of muscle,
It's gonna hinder. It's gonna be the
you're
same
back. You're
hindrance.
right back to where you were.
Right, right.
Yeah, I mean, so people got to think of it like this: am I training to get more muscle? Is my body gonna get more muscle naturally because I've been testosterone has been in my body for so long, and train accordingly, right?
Hmm.
How efficient is it gonna be for me to train a certain way when I'm getting ready for a fight and when I'm getting ready to diet for that fight?
Right, right. Now, this the last one. Then we getting out of here. But
Okay, I got clients right now coming in, so
all right, last one. We out of here. How is it when a fighter rehydrates and they put on so much weight overnight? For instance, you weigh in at 147 and the night of the fight you 165.
right. Well, this is the way it's done, and I'm not saying that this is right. I'm just the first thing I'm going to say. I really don't believe that it should be done this way. But I think that the fight, a person can first of all, water follows carbohydrates, right? So when you reduce your carbohydrate level, you can reduce your water level simultaneously. So if you don't have very much carbohydrates in your cell or in the muscle cell, you don't have to worry about so much water. That in combination with going to the sauna and then wearing sauna suits and then taking the water out of you, and also not allowing as much water into your cells because you're not taking in carbohydrates, or you doing some type of exercise that keep your carbohydrate levels low, man, that can really drain you. It really can. If the body is 70% water, or people got to think about this, then the removal of a lot of carbs from inside of your muscle can make a big difference, because I believe it's either 1 part carbohydrate and 2 parts water, or 2 parts carbohydrate. I think, or 2 parts carbohydrate, part water. But I think it really is 1 part carbohydrate, 2 parts water. So if you can just get the carbohydrate levels out, or get those down low, of course you're gonna lose a lot of weight. And then when you eat, if you have a flood of these carbohydrates going back in, then 2 parts water go with it, right? And so all of
Mm.
a sudden they blow back up. Now keep in mind though, just like I said from before, it doesn't
And
mean
it
that you
happened. The thing that gets me is like it's happening overnight within 24 hours.
yeah, but it's the water following the carbohydrate. And the thing is, it doesn't mean that you are fully recovered though. It doesn't.
Hmm.
It you because just like in fitness competitions, some people need like 1 week to fill their body back in. They're getting bigger day per day, right?
Hmm.
And so if they fill themselves all the way in the one day and they don't gain much more, that means that they didn't go so far, or they didn't take the carbohydrate in their body so low that their body can't rebound, right? So
Hmm.
they still have enough in their system to where the body can absorb the carbohydrate that they eat quickly, and then they jump back up and weight again. But you can get to a point, Blue, that you can get so low and you're producing fat loss enzymes for so long that your body will keep on burning through what you ate, even though you're bringing it in. And because glycogen synthase levels may be so high, your body is just holding onto everything and just attempting to get to a point that it can recover. Because you can go too far where it's like you're at a certain weight, but your body's not fully recovered. You want to try to make it to a weight and your body be rested and recovered to where when you take in that food, you can fill all the way back out. If not, then your body's going to take days because it went further than the weight it was supposed to go. I hope that that makes a lot of sense. You
Yeah,
know, so
1000%.
yeah,
Hey,
the reason why I say this, Blue, is bodybuilders go down to like 3%, or fitness people, and that's why they have to take, and that they would say they're at their weakest point, and from there they spend days filling back in. But an athlete doesn't have to get as low in body fat as the bodybuilder, and but if they do up there, they have to go through the same process of filling in, or their performance is going to be shit. It just
mhm.
my bad, my bad.
No,
The
no, it's fine.
performance is the performance is gonna be, it's gonna be a shit show. That's
Right.
just really what it's gonna be if people watch it. So it really does make a difference. With they may say that it's an excuse thing, but no, they don't know physiology, and so it really does make a hell of a lot of difference.
Cheese just asked his last question. He said, I know target drugs compounds work, but what's up with GNC vitamins? Is it worth it or not?
Well, I would say if a person's not taking vitamins or supplements, then it's gonna be good for them. But they do want to do, or you do want to take in good whole foods too. I won't get into what foods to take because people have their opinions, and I don't want to
Wait.
divide the
Right.
community here.
Right.
But like, they should take in whole foods that include whole grains, and then take in vitamins that are chelated. And chelated vitamins are amino bonded vitamins. So so if it's a vitamin A is bonded to an amino acid. So if it's like that, the it is as if it is food because your vitamins are bonded to the aminos that are
Mhm.
in are the structures of your food, and they go in per the structure. So if you get vitamins, you want them to be bonded as the food would be bonded.
Yeah, I do CMOS. You do CMOS?
I'm gonna be honest. I don't do CMOS
Hmm.
because, like, I know that there's chelated vitamins does such, like, of course I heard of CMOS. I heard of Dr. Sabi. I have a friend of mine that his name is Dr. Inky. He produces the purple CMOS. He gets it himself, like
Hmm.
him and his guys,
Oh,
and
I
they
know
have.
Minister Inky, Dr. Inky. Yep.
Yeah, that's a friend of mine. So like so Dr. Inky, he doesn't get the Iris sea moss.
Hmm.
It may be called Iris sea moss in general, but the type he gets, that blue magic, is like a purple sea moss.
Right.
Yeah, I mean that is a much better sea moss.
Yeah.
And so I tell people, if you're gonna take sea moss, not gonna take vitamins, and you need the minerals and nutrients, not that is, I don't want to be dogmatic because some people are like, no, this is the best thing on the. No, it's just good nutrition. It is
Right.
exactly what
Yeah.
good food would be. So it is a version of that. So
I appreciate you, Doc. We got Ring Rivals A side dropping a cinco on us in the super chat. He said, "Ask Doc his number. I would like a consolation. I'll send it to you in the inbox."
yeah, I mean, like, you got me on the Instagram, and so
Yeah.
it's all good. So and anyway, I gotta get going because I
Okay.
have some
Appreciate
clients
you.
coming in right now.
I appreciate you,
Anytime I
Doc.
can help you, let me know.
Okay. Yeah. Wednesday. We'll be back on Wednesday.
All right, thank you.
Appreciate you, great brother.
Yes, sir.
Hey, smash that like button, man. We should have 500 likes right now. Get the likes up to 500. Get the likes up to 500. Smash the like button, man. Get the likes up to 500, man. 500. 500. K Mula, what's good? Yeah, you're gonna have to go back and rewind. Cool Breeze, what's good? What's goody? What's goody? Yeah, we're gonna bring Doc every Wednesday, man. He gonna be coming on every Wednesday. We're gonna have special guests on during the week, man. We're gonna make it happen, man. Yeah, Cody Mula, they not sending out my notification. Yvonne Houdini the third, what's up, family? Cool Breeze, what's good? I need y'all to get them likes up to 500, man. Get the likes up to 500, man. Get the likes up to 500. Get the likes to 500. ASAP, people like Rocky. If you have not smashed the like button, smash the like button. So I hope y'all enjoyed it, man. Enjoyed the content, man. Smash the like button. Let's work. Smash the like button. Let's work. Let's work. Let's work. Get the likes up. Appreciate y'all, man, coming through, starting up, holding your boy Blue down, and showing me love, man. Yeah, K Mula, man. It's ugly outside, man. Ugly. Ain't it? Ugly day in New York. But we above ground. That's the best part. So blessings to the Queen J Lynn and Boxiana the Menace, the Vanilla Drop. Peace and blessings to y'all, man. I seen y'all in the building. I didn't want to interrupt Doc, so we kept on chopping it up, and we're gonna make it happen. We'll be back on tonight, people. We'll be back on tonight. So I appreciate y'all coming through. Hey, Kate Crowder, what's up? Yeah, get them likes up, man. We should have 500 likes right now. Wipe your feet before you come inside. Ring my doorbell before you walk in my house. Get the likes all the way up. All the way up. All the way up. Get the likes up. Smash the like button. If you have not smashed the like button, smash said like button. Let's get the likes to 500, people. Get the likes to 500. If you have not, it's free. The like button don't cost you a thing. Ain't nothing but a thing. It's free. People, get the likes up. You have not smashed it, smash it. Let's get it up to 500. ASAP, people, like Rocky. Get the likes up. So I appreciate y'all coming through, studying up, holding your boy Blue down, and showing me love. Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Blue, Blue Blood Sports TV. First thing first, I need y'all to go to Ring Rivals with my brother A-Side. The link is right there in the chat. Click on the link. Subscribe to my brother Ring Rivals with my brother A-Side, Armstrong Consultant. The link is right there in the chat. All you got to do is click on the link and subscribe to my great brother A-Side, Armstrong Consultant. The link is right there in the chat. Click on the link, subscribe to the great brother A-Side, Ring Rivals with my brother A-Side, man. Smash that like button. Let's get the likes all the way up. Y'all already know what it is, man. We'll be back on tonight. Y'all know what it is. It's your boy Blue, Blue Blood Sports TV. Hate, like, comment, and subscribe. You haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell icon to get all the new notifications. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. Y'all already know what it is. Shout out to the entire LDBC. Shout out to Black Media Row. Make sure you like and share these videos. That's all we got for y'all. Peace.